Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Partner. And as I'll always say, I hope you guys are all doing great. It's good to be here again. On today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful, stylish, very trendy, and yet easy kaftan. Okay, this is actually a subscriber's request. Okay, and trust me when I say it's very easy. But before I go ahead, I want to say a very big thank you to all my subscribers. Like, I can't start this video without thanking you guys. Thank you guys so much for always supporting me. Thank you guys for always stopping by. Thank you, a million thank yous. And if you're new, you're welcome. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, okay? And remember also to turn your bell notification bells on, because that's the only way you get notified every single time I upload my weekly videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. Without wasting much time, let's get started. So here is the African print I'm going to be using to make this dress. I've already cut out the piece that I need. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and lay it on the table. So here is the fabric all laid out. In order to know the amount of fabric to use, it depends on the full length. So the full length I'm working with is 56 inches, okay? And 56 inches, I'm going to be having a joining at the shoulder, at the upper part of the dress, and also hemming at the lower part. So I'm adding an extra 2 inches of that to that 56, which makes it 58, okay? So because I have to, of course, fold it into two. Okay, what I mean, fold it into two to make up the complete dress. That's for the front and the back. So I have to multiply that 58 times 2, okay? So 58 times 2 is going to give me 116, yeah? So 116 divided by 36, which is a yard. So I have about 3.2. So this tells me the amount of fabric that I need. So I'm using approximately 3.5 yards of fabric in making this dress. I hope you understand that, okay? So getting started, I have this folded along the full length, okay? So, and because this African print fabric comes by 45, so you see after folding it on the longer length, then I folded it this way into two, which makes it into 4, right? Okay, so if I have what I have here now, from the tip here to this very end, you see that I have about 22.5. Okay, so that's it. So that's what I'm going to work with. Okay, so in making this kaftan dress, now the thing here is the sleeve can actually be on two sides. You can actually have the sleeve on this shoulder line, this part, the upper part, or you can have it on this part, depending on the length where you want the sleeve length to get to. So I want mine to get to say a little bit below the elbow, okay? So a little bit below the elbow. If you have your tape from the shoulder to say below the elbow, you know you'll be having something like 13, 14, thereabout, right? Okay, so here is the thing. The normal shoulder of my shoulder measurement I'm working with here is 15. If I divide that 15 into 2, that gives me 7.5, right? So from this tip here is my shoulder measurement, okay? So from here, if I should take the sleeve length that I want, which is like 14, so from here to here, I have exactly 14, which actually takes out the entire fabric. So you can see, for me to achieve that length, there is no way I'll be having my sleeve opening here. I hope you understand. So say for instance, I want my sleeve length to be like say 7, which is the bicep, okay? So which means from here, if I take my sleeve length to be 7, for instance, then I still have like an opening here of 8 inches, which I can now use as my round sleeve measurement. Okay, I hope you understand that. It's very simple. Don't get confused. So what I'm trying to point out is either you have your sleeve opening on this shoulder line or on this part. So if this was a by 60 in length fabric, it would have given me exactly what I want. But because this is African print by 45, so it wouldn't be. So you can see what I have here. From here to here, I already have 22.5. So if I want to achieve that length of sleeve, I won't be able to get it here, okay? So I am going to be taking my sleeve opening on this part. I hope you understand that, okay? So going over it again, from here, this tip to here is my shoulder, okay? While from here to this point, of course, will represent the sleeve length, which is now going to be a drop shoulder, right? Why from here on this point now I can now get my sleeve opening. So and the round sleeve measurement, say on this side I need it to be um what I have here is 12, okay, but I wouldn't want to use exactly 12, at least to have it, make it to have a little bit of room so that it doesn't really get all tight up. So I'll make it to have some space. So I'll make it 14. So 14 divided by 2, 7. So from here I'm going to be getting a sleeve opening of 7, okay? But before that, I would like to get my shoulder slope. So I would like to put my shoulder slope before taking my sleeve opening, okay, so that it doesn't shorten my measurement. So from this point now, at the edge of my fabric, I'll go down by 1 inches, okay, so I can get my shoulder slope. Then I'll come to this tip and mark out 3 inches. So I'm just going to connect this to the end to get my slope. So you can see here, so here is my shoulder slope. So from here, I can now take my round sleeve opening of 7 inches, right? Okay. So you see that at this point, there's still going to be a joining on this part because I don't want to tamper with the measurement. So I'll add an extra half of an inch here. Okay. So which makes it um, 7.5. To help you understand that. So there's going to be a joining here at this upper part and at this part as well. So I'll make it 8 rather. I'll make it 8 inches. So by the time I take half inch to join at the shoulder here and half inch on this part, I will still maintain my sleeve opening of 7, which is 14 round. Okay, I hope you understand that. Yes. So here now, I will come inwards by 1.5 or 2 inches. I'll just come inwards, say by 2 inches. I'll come inward by 2 inches here. Then I'm going to what? Create a curve. You can see what I'm doing. I came inwards at this end point by 2 inches. I'm just creating a curve. You can see. Or let me do 1.5 inches. So from here, I'll just take it straight down. It's that simple, guys. It's as simple as that. So the thing now is, this is a maxi dress, right? So depending on how bogus you really want it, if you don't want it to be so much, then you can decide to work with your hips measurements, okay? Then you can start taking, for instance, the hips measurement I'm working with is 44. If I divide it by 4, I have 11. So if I take from here, for instance, say to the hip length at 24 and I mark 11, so you see that my 11 is going to be here. Then I'll add extra allowances depending on how free you want it to be. So let's say I add 2 inches or 3 inches extra allowances. So you will see that I'll be taking it from here, connect it to my waistline. I'm also going to fit in the waist measurement and take it straight down, okay? But because I want it to be that bogus, okay, just like what you have on the picture, okay, I really want it to be so free. So I'll just maintain, I'll be using this entire piece. All I need to do is just to take it straight down all the way to the floor length. It's as easy as that, okay? Yeah. So I'll just take this straight down to the floor length. You can see, that's it. Straight down to the floor length. Okay. So that's it. The only thing left now is just to put in my neckline. So for the neckline, you can see the two pictures. One has a color while the other one has it. So for the first one, I can do a 3 by 3. Okay, so I just take the neck width to be 3 inches this way, while the neck depth, I'll also make it 3 inches. So I'll cut the same neckline for both the front and back. if I want to achieve the one without the collar, so I can cut this for both the front and back, just straight up, okay? But if I want to fix in the collar, okay, which I'm going to also be demonstrating here, for the neck, for the front neckline, I'll cut 3 inches, while for the back neckline, I'll do say, let's say 1.5. Can do 1.5. Oh yeah, it's okay. Then I'll take it from here. So the neck depth for the back is going to be 1.5, while the neck depth for the front is going to be what? 3 inches. So I'll have to also, of course, separate this. I'll cut out the back neckline first, which is also going to have a slit because of the collar. Of course, it has to have a slit for you to be able to pass through the head, okay? So I'll go ahead, first of all, and cut out the back neckline and the slope. For the back neckline, so you can see this. So I will take off one for the back so I can cut out the front. But before that, let me cut out the sides. So I'll be taking out one piece for the back. So I'll go ahead and cut out for the front neckline. Okay. So for this back neckline, I'll go down by 6 inches to create my slit. So I'm going to be slitting it open at the center. So here it is. See the way the back neckline looks, okay? And also the front neckline. So in joining this piece together, the first thing I'm going to do is to finish up the slits for the back neckline. This slit we have here, I'm going to use a bias tape, or I can use a piece of the fabric, say about 1 inch in width, just a long strip, just to hem this inwards, okay? So after that, the next thing I'm going to do now is to lay both the front and the back. I'm going to be laying it over each other. The right side facing each other, then I'm going to be joining the shoulders, okay? So I'll take it up, I'll join the shoulders like so, say with half of an inch, or depending on the allowance you left in joining the shoulders. I'm just trying to demonstrate something. So once I'm done joining the shoulders, you will see that if I open it up, so I have this for the sleeve. You can see this, the sleeve, this part is now the sleeve. So what I'll be doing now, I'll be hemming this sleeve, this part. I'll just take it half of an inch and take it half of an inch inwards again, okay? So I'm going to be hemming the sleeve. Okay, so once that is done, then I will close it up again. This time around, I will start joining the sides. So at this point now, the sleeve is all closed up. So I will start hemming it from the side here. From this point here, take it half of an inch from the armhole point straight down, okay? Straight down to the floor length. straight down to the floor length. The same thing I'm also going to do to the other sides. Then after that, I'll be hemming the lower part of this dress. So I'll also take it half of an inch, then half of an inch again, just to hem it round the lower part, and this dress is almost ready. So once that is done, what will be left now is to what? Fixing the collar, okay? So I'm just going to finish this up, then I'll come back, of course, to show you how to fix the collar, okay? So I'm done joining the piece together. So I've joined the sides on both sides. So here's the sleeve opening. You can see the sleeve opening. So the neckline. For the back neckline, you can see I used the bias to close up the slit. Okay, so it's done. What is left now is just to fix the collar. So in doing that, I'm going to take the measurement from one end of this back slit. I'll take it round to the other end, okay, so I can know what I have. So I'll take my tape from one end. If I measure what I have, it's about 18.2. So in measuring color, I would advise you go over it again just to be very sure, because you will want to have the exact cut out for it. So I'll take it again. Still have about 18.2 here. Okay, so that's what I'll be using to cut out the collar. So setting this aside, from the leftover fabric, I'm going to cut this out. You can actually cut this on a straight line, okay, or better still a bias form. So I'll be cutting this out in a bias form. So I have my piece of fabric here, so I'll just fold in a bias form this way, okay, so I can get a long piece of 18 inches thereabout. So from here, I'll get that, and I want the width of the collar to be say 1.5. So I'll be cutting out 2 inches on fold, which means by the time I slit it open, it will be 4. So here I can get that. So I'm just going to mark out the baseline. I can get 2 inches from here. Okay. So I'll just measure 2 inches. I know I need 18.2 inches. So I'll add half an inch on both ends because of the hemming. Okay, because I'll be closing up at both ends. So I'll make it 19 or 19.5. I can use 3/4 inch to sew both sides. So I'm making it 19.5. So I'll go ahead and cut this out. So here I have it. So what I'm going to do, I'll apply an interfacing on this. I'm going to apply an interfacing on this. After that, then I'll hem it with the 3/4 inches on both ends and bring it all out. So here I'm done putting interfacing on the collar. can see this. So I'll also iron it half of an inch inwards on both ends. So you see this collar is ready to be fixed. So I'll just take it now on one end of the back piece. I'm going to take it round all the way to the other end. Okay, so what I'll be doing, this you can actually fix this in two ways. If I didn't fold it inwards, this ½ inch inwards, I would have just sewn it all the way around. Then at the end, I'll finish the edges. I'll use a weaver to weave the edges. Okay, but because I would like to it in such a way that I just want every seam to be hidden. So that's why I have it folded half of an inch. So what I'll be doing is to tuck it in. Okay, so I'm just going to be tucking in ½ inch of this the collar part. I'll be tucking it inwards. So starting from the back piece, you see, just make sure you are tucking half of an inch inwards. So I'll pin this down. So just take your time to make sure that you have it properly in place, and be sure that you are not going beyond half of an inch. To be on the safe side, you can actually mark out ½ inch round the collar neck, okay, so that it can guide you properly. So I'm just doing this now. So the reason why you have to be careful when you are measuring the collar, you need to really be exact. That's why I say you can go over it 2 times or even 3 times, just to be sure you have the exact number. Okay, so that you will be sure that what you have will entirely fit in to the collar. You can see how this is looking already. Okay, so what I'll do now is just to go run a stitch, take it round. Then after that, I will attach loop. I can make use of a piece of this fabric. Just cut a little bit, say about 2 inches or 3 inches. Just make a tiny loop out of it. You can fold this way. Just make a tiny loop like this. Run a stitch. You can see this. So I'll just make a tiny loop and attach it. Okay, I'll attach it like this. After that, I'll turn it this way and top stitch. You can see this. Okay, so that's it. Then I'll go ahead and add a button here, okay, which will help to close up the edge. Can you see this? So that's it. It's that simple. Okay. So here, this is how it looks. Look at the front and the back. You can see the loop. I've also attached a button to it, so this is ready to wear. So I'm just going to fix it on the mannequin so you see how this looks. So if you're going to be making use of a see-through fabric like a lace, so in order to make the inner wear, I have a video on that, a very, very short and well-detailed video, very easy to understand. It's a DIY actually. Please just go ahead and watch it. I'll link it up in the description box, okay? And yeah, that's it on how to make this beautiful dress. So we've come to the end of today's tutorial. Thank you so much guys for watching. If you find this video helpful, please go ahead, like, share, comment. I appreciate that a lot. If you've not subscribed as well, please do that as well. Thank you so much again and again. Till I see you on the next video. Have a beautiful day.